Matt, narrow defeat this afternoon. What did you make of it?
It was a close game. I feel like there's areas of our game that we did well and did better than Bitton, and there's areas of their game which they did very well. So they did stuff where, like, you know, they clearly well drilled in how they want to play, and it came off for them, and they got the goal. I feel like maybe we should have done a little bit better in closing down the ball, but it happens, and that's that. I think when the second half came, we'd had a chat at half time about how we wanted to attack the game and which spaces and areas to attack. But you know, the players done that. They introduced it. We started looking more dangerous, but we just didn't get the numbers forward enough to actually exploit the space that we'd created. So, you know, I think the keeper made like 2 saves in the game. So, you know, we can't grumble about not winning the game when we don't have enough shots on goal. But when I look at it, I think I've said to the players in there, I think 75% of what we've practiced came out, which is good, and the 25% we'll work on. And you know, once you get those last couple pieces to the puzzle, it becomes a good competitive game for us, and we start getting more results.
We know that Bitton are a difficult team to break down. I think it was their 15th clean sheet in all competitions. You had probably the best chances before half-time. You finished hitting the crossbar, hitting the post from across from Tara Taylor. Do you feel that was the best spell of the game?
Actually, I don't. I think those were more areas where we attacked it, but it wasn't the way we've been practicing, the way we've been training. And you know, if they go in, you're going to take them, and you'll take any goal you can get. But you know, I think the best spell of the game was the last 15 minutes of the game. I think we really kind of tore into them, put the ball in the dangerous areas. We just didn't get anyone on the end of it just to slot it away. But you have moments where the keeper's at 6s and 7s, and you know, the ball's landed into a space, and you're just hoping if one of your players gets on it, it's in the back of the net. So you know, I thought we looked extremely dangerous in the last 15, but you know, if one of those had gone in earlier on in the game, then I would have took it. You take any goal you can get, but I don't think it was far away. I think it was a closely contested game, but both teams played a completely different style of football, and you know, I feel like we play more of a possession game and try and exploit areas. I feel like they like to hit the channels and hit the right zones, and both teams are well drilled at what they do. And today, Bitton's tactics came out on top, and we didn't quite get ours right near the end. So it is what it is.
Is it still, though, a useful exercise ahead of league games? I know you've got a couple of weeks off now, but also, of course, the cup final to look forward to.
Yeah, I think I've just been sitting on the bench going, like, realistically, you know, it's a game where we've got the cup final coming up. I'd rather identify some of the errors in our game now, before that cup final, so we can work on it, than wait till the day and go, uh-oh, we're not ready. So, you know, if I'd come away today and went, okay, everything wasn't working for us, then I'd have a real problem. But to be fair, it was. Our style of play throughout the defensive third and the midfield third for most of the game was very strong. It was just that final third, getting the right numbers in the right areas, just didn't quite happen today. So it's something we need to fix, but it's not a major fix. It's just a few things here or there that change the game. And actually, at that point, you fix that. I think the results and the 3 points come every week.
Usual end of season where games are sort of every few weeks, and then suddenly you have a couple in a row. Is it a bit frustrating as a manager that it's not the sort of the set Sundays every week?
It is and it isn't. I think it is when it comes from the start of the season. I've had Stockwood contact us trying to move the game earlier, which I understood their point, but I had the issue that actually a lot of our players have looked at the schedule and they've maybe planned around the week off, and so if I was to move a game forward, I suddenly turn up to a game without players that are available. So yeah, it is frustrating, but it is also, you know, you just got to go with it. It's never going to change.
We mentioned about the cup final, and the development team had a good win today as well. So do you want to sing their praises? A semi-final success over Portlock.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry to reach semi-finals.
Yeah. The development team have been class since Christmas. Both teams from Christmas onwards have really shown progression. The results have been coming in, and the dev team have come on flying. They've put some surprise results out, and today they got an 89th minute winner and took themselves to the semi-final. And I think they'd be, you know, they deserved it with what they've done this season, and it would be absolutely outstanding if we can walk away at the end of the season with both teams in a cup final.
Just a couple of games left for the first now as well. I know it's back-to-back defeats, but overall, was we satisfied with how well we've done, cemented a place in the top 5?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're there now. I have to check the results, but I think we've cemented top 5. I don't want to speak too early, but I'm you know, we've got a good opportunity to come in the top 4. This season has been a harder division as far as quality goes than what we were in last year. And that's proven by Purton's position in the league. They've gone from quite high up to sitting, unfortunately, quite low down the table. And I think that shows the up in quality this season. But we've stepped up and we've challenged, and that's it. I mean, you know, next year we want to be pushing for promotion. So realistically, we've got a long, hard end of season and summer to get ourselves ready for that. But yeah, I think, you know, big improvements this year. The league's been tough, and yeah, we just got to keep driving now.
I'm lucky for this afternoon. Thanks for chatting to us.
Thank you.